You ever find yourself driving down the highway, you look over at one of those massive 18-wheelers and just wonder, what makes that thing tick? I mean, they're everywhere, right? They do all the heavy lifting for our entire economy. But what really truly separates those giants from the car you drive every day? Well, as we're about to see, it is a whole different world of engineering. And it's a totally fair question. I mean, they both have an engine, wheels, a place for the driver, seem similar. But the answer goes right down to the very bones of the machine. See, a car is designed to carry a few people, maybe some groceries. A truck. A truck is designed to haul the weight of a dozen cars and do it for 1,000,000 miles or more. To pull that off, you got to start with a completely different blueprint. So, the most fundamental difference, the place it all begins, is with the vehicle's skeleton, the frame. This one design choice pretty much dictates everything else about how these incredible machines are built and what they can ultimately do. Okay, so your car almost certainly has what's called a unibody. That means the frame and the body are all one single fused piece. And that's fantastic for passenger cars. It's pretty lightweight, it's strong, and it gives you great handling and safety in a crash. It's this really efficient all-in-one design. You can almost think of it like an eggshell. The entire structure gives it its strength. It's a brilliant piece of engineering for its purpose. But that purpose is not hauling 80,000 pounds of cargo across the country. For that, yeah, you're going to need something much, much tougher. And this is the truck's answer. It's a body-on-frame design, and it's called a ladder frame. It looks exactly like it sounds, two massive steel beams running from front to back, connected by cross members, just like a ladder. But this design isn't just about being strong. It's about having strength that can also flex and twist when it's under enormous pressure. And that's the key right there. Unlike that rigid unibody of a car, this ladder frame is actually designed to twist and flex a little bit under the crazy strain of a heavy load. That flexibility is what keeps it from cracking and lets it handle uneven roads while carrying all that weight. It's a separate skeleton, and literally everything else is just built right on top of it. So this modular approach completely changes how you put the thing together. It's this really cool step-by-step process. First, you've got just the bare frame itself. Then, the powertrain, that's the engine, the transmission, the axles, gets bolted on. And finally, the cab, where the driver sits, is mounted right onto that same frame. This middle step here creates what the industry calls a rolling chassis. You've got the frame, the engine, the wheels. It's all connected. It's basically a complete drivable vehicle at this point. All that's missing is a seat for the driver. And here we have it, the final product of that assembly line, the tractor unit. It's a self-contained powerhouse ready to go. But remember, this is only half the equation. Its entire reason for existing is to connect to a trailer and haul something. So, how does it actually do that? So how does this tractor manage all that incredible weight? Well, it relies on a few key pieces of specialized technology that you are just not going to find on a regular car. Let's dig into two of the most important ones. First up, we got to talk about the suspension. Instead of the coils and struts you'd find in your car, heavy trucks rely on this absolute workhorse, the leaf spring. It's a simple, incredibly tough technology that's been around for centuries. And for good reason. It's designed for one thing, handling extreme weight and taking a beating. The real genius of the design is in its layers. See, you have the main master leaf up on top, and that's what connects to the frame. But as you add more and more weight, it pushes down on the shorter, stiffer leaves underneath. So the heavier the load, the more of those leaves get engaged to help carry it. It's simple, but it's brilliant. And here you can see the whole system in action. The axle is attached right to the middle of that stack of leaf springs, and then the springs themselves connect to the main ladder frame. This is how every single bump and every single ton of cargo gets transferred safely through the suspension and into the frame of the truck. Okay, so the suspension can support the weight, but how do we physically connect the tractor to the trailer? Well, we use this, the fifth wheel coupling. The best way to think of it is as an industrial strength hip joint. It is the absolute critical link that lets the tractor pull, and more importantly, steer, a massive semi-trailer. This thing basically has two really, really important jobs. First, it creates an incredibly strong, locked connection that can handle the insane forces of pulling tens of thousands of pounds. And second, and just as important, it pivots. Without that ability to pivot or articulate, a 70-foot truck would never, ever make it around a street corner. All right, so let's put it all together. We have our complete truck built on that tough ladder frame with heavy-duty suspension and a fifth wheel. So now, when it gets out on the road, this whole design gives it two defining characteristics: incredible versatility and an incredible amount of wear and tear. And this is where that modular design we were talking about really pays off. Because the tractor is a separate unit, it can connect to almost any kind of trailer you can imagine. One day, it might be hauling a flatbed with steel beams, and the very next day, it could be pulling a tanker full of milk. It is the ultimate jack of all trades. But that life, man, it's brutal. Constant vibration, heavy loads, potholes the size of small cars. It all takes a toll. And eventually, even that super strong steel frame can get bent or twisted, which compromises the safety and performance of the entire rig. And fixing that requires some serious industrial muscle. When that happens, the truck goes on a machine like this. It's a frame straightening rack. It uses immense hydraulic force chained directly to the frame to literally pull and push that hardened steel back into its exact factory specifications. It's just a powerful reminder of the incredible forces these vehicles are built to handle day in and day out. You know, this whole cycle of constant work, then damage, then repair, it actually reveals something kind of profound about the nature of these machines. Take a look at this picture of an older truck, clearly still hard at work. It's got some interesting text painted on it. At the top, you can see it says, "Time changes," but it's the message on the tailgate that really gets you thinking. No condition is permanent. You know, that's such a fitting philosophy for a machine that's built to endure, isn't it? These trucks are constantly changing, getting loaded and unloaded, repaired and rebuilt, hooking up to new trailers and traveling to new places. Their very design is all about adaptation, repair, and just continuing the journey no matter what. It really makes you think. The next time you see a heavy truck rumbling down the road, you'll know it's not just some big car. It's a purpose-built engineering marvel, a rolling testament to strength and adaptability. So, what other hidden engineering is right out there in front of us, just waiting to be discovered?